Hey guys, it's Holly. Welcome back to my channel. Well, I wanted to talk about cheat meals for a minute because I had someone ask me recently whether or not I do cheat meals. And I had somebody else ask me recently, like I've had quite a few people ask me this question actually. Not as much in recent times, but quite a bit. So I wanted to address it and just kind of talk about, what a cheat meal is and just, why you should or should not do it. So, a cheat meal is essentially a meal or a day. Some people have a whole cheat day. It's usually once a week, once every other week, or once a month, depending on the person. So, it's completely whatever the person wants to do. And so, a cheat day or cheat meal is essentially picking something that you wouldn't normally eat on the specific type of diet that you follow. Or not even a diet necessarily, but like, a way of eating. And so, like, for example, some people are paleo, some people are keto, some people are vegan or vegetarian. Like, well, with the vegans and vegetarians, that's an entirely different thing. So I'm not going to get into that right now. But some people are like low carb, Atkins diet. There's so many different diets, obviously. Some people are fruitarian. So some people are just simply low calorie or simply healthier in a sense of, they avoid sweets and fried foods and things of that nature. So, anyways, long story short, I follow the type of diet I follow. I've talked about it before, but it's not really a diet. I don't limit my intake of calories or my intake of food, period. I do kind of just like a blood sugar friendly type of diet, which is where I simply don't snack in between meals. I eat 4 meals a day. I also do eat one before bed, or about an hour before I go to bed. Me personally, that's what works for me. I know for a lot of people, they say, oh, don't do that. But that's what I do. My metabolism is very fast, and if I don't eat shortly before bed, I will wake up in the middle of the night starving to death and have to eat and not be able to go back to sleep. So that's what I have to do for me. And so I just do intermittent fasting, typically only 12 hours, but sometimes I don't even do that. But I usually will do a 12-hour intermittent fasting. And I also do like apple cider vinegar and stuff like that to help with my blood sugar regulation, because I had an issue about a year and a half ago where my blood sugar, I had found out it was just a tiny bit high, like borderline blood sugar. So it was not diabetic, it wasn't even pre-diabetic or even insulin resistant. It was just very minimal, but it was enough that it was making it to where my body didn't want to burn fat. I had gained 25 pounds, or at least 20 at this point. And it wasn't a happy spot for me. So that's the diet that I follow. So for me, a cheat meal just involves anything I would normally eat. So that would be a lot of things, like certain carbs. I do still actually eat carbs in the form of whole fruits, and I have a glass of wine every night. I will eat whole grains occasionally too. I mean, like, I'm not strictly like no carb. Like, I've been making casseroles lately. I made like a corn casserole that was like keto. Like, corn obviously is not keto friendly, but for like the cornbread mix, I did like a keto cornbread mix and just adding like keto breading. I did a green bean casserole that had some carbs in it. But yeah, so I'm just mindful about sugar intake too. And so I have started doing a cheat meal once a week, to make a long story short. Or not once a week, I'm sorry. Once every other week. So every other weekend, I'm allowing myself one meal for cheat. And so this started about a month ago maybe. And the cheat meal that I had last time was some street tacos. This was at a pumpkin farm that we went to, and they had all kinds of different food. And anyways, so my boyfriend ordered tacos, and I could not resist them. They were really tiny though, like they were small freaking tacos. But I ate like 3 of them, and most of it was healthy. I mean, it was cilantro, it was just like some ground beef, and I can't remember if there was cheese or not, sour cream. So all that's keto friendly except the tortillas. So the tortillas, I'm pretty sure they were flour tortillas, and they were not, I don't know if they were whole grain or not, but anyways, they were definitely, I highly doubt they were keto friendly. So that was my cheat meal for last time. And so I try to be mindful of the cheat meals too. It doesn't have to be something outlandish. It doesn't have to be something fried up or something like, super intense, because you also want to keep in mind if your body's not used to something and you go and eat something that you're entirely not used to, you could make yourself feel very sick. You could actually make yourself throw up. You might have diarrhea, bloating, stomachache, etc. So when I have a cheat meal, I do notice, because I'm not used to eating heavy carb, that I usually do get pretty bloated and gassy, but usually it's gone by the next day. So you do want to keep that in mind. But today's cheat meal, I am doing donuts, and I haven't had donuts in years. I mean, it's literally probably been at least a decade. I don't even know. It's been a really long time. And so, long story short, I went into Kroger, I finished work, and I ran into Kroger here, and I got myself a pack of donuts. I was hoping for some of the fresher ones, but it is like after 8 p.m. right now, so they didn't have any. So I just picked like the kind you get in the box, but my family will also eat them too, because obviously I'm not going to eat all of them. But so I just got a variety pack, and I'll show you guys what I got. Hold on. So I just got an assorted pack of cake donuts. You can see these here. So we got cinnamon, powder, and regular. So cake donuts also tend to be a little bit, I don't want to say healthier, but like a little bit less sugar and ingredients in general. It depends on the donut, but so I am planning on eating about 4 of these, and then that will be my cheat meal. So, and then I'm still gonna have a regular dinner because I haven't had dinner yet. But anyways, so yeah, so that's gonna be my cheat meal, and I'll let you guys know how it goes. But I'm not like, this is the first, I guess, more unhealthy cheat meal that I've had. So we'll see what happens. But, you know, sometimes it's good to kind of like shock the body out of routine, because if you never ever do, your body will get used to the same thing, and it can get to where, you know, the type of eating or diet that you're following may not work as well. And so that's one reason why I do this. And then secondly, honestly, just because I miss being able to enjoy some of the foods that I used to enjoy. Yes, they do make keto donuts. Yes, they do make keto pretty much anything. But these items are usually very expensive. They're also very hard to find sometimes, depending on what it is. Like the keto donuts, I tend to have a hard time finding those. And they don't, honestly, they don't taste the same. They're still good, though, in my opinion. But anyway, so this is what I chose for this time. And next time, I am planning on doing a fast food meal, probably just like Sonic, because when I was a kid, Sonic burgers and fries and tater tots were like my favorite thing in the world to eat. So that's kind of what I'm planning on doing for next time, and I might even have like a sundae. Oh my gosh, yeah, let's hope I don't make myself sick. But anyways, when you're eating a cheat meal or having a cheat day, you do want to make sure that you're not stuffing yourself just because, oh, it's my cheat day. Listen to your body. Stop when you're feeling like you're getting full, and don't overdo it, because like I say, you can make yourself feel really, really poorly. Sometimes if I eat something too bad, I would even get like a headache, or, you know, just not feel well. Because when you're used to eating really healthy, and like I say, if you eat something that's not, it might make you feel really bad, and just know that that's normal. And if this happens, I just recommend drinking a lot of water, get some movement in, get some exercise, and just, you know, try to wait for it to flush out. You can do things like apple cider vinegar tends to help a lot, and some warm water, some tea, you know, just whatever. Coffee generally helps to speed up everything, speed up metabolism. It's a natural diuretic as well. So coffee helps me as well. But I don't really have this problem very often because I don't do the cheat meals very often. But anyways, so, and I also like the idea of doing a cheat meal in opposition to a cheat day, because you're only doing one meal as opposed to the whole entire day, where if you did the whole day, you would consume way more calories, way more, you know, carbs, or whatever it is that you're eating that you wouldn't normally eat. So if that makes sense. So my brother and his wife, they do a cheat meal. I can't remember if it's every week or every other week. I want to say they do every other week too. But they will usually do something really quite outlandish, like you know, they will go to Cheesecake Factory and just down everything that they can. You know, and I guess, I mean, if you're super hungry and you can handle it, sure. But yeah, if you're like me, I just can't stuff myself. But yeah, you just want to be sensible. And like I say, your cheat meal does not have to be something crazy. It can simply be, oh, like me, I normally don't eat carbs like that, but I ate the tacos with the flour tortillas, you know, and that's perfectly fine. So you can also help counteract carb absorption by drinking some apple cider vinegar shortly before you eat your meal. That kind of stuff helps a lot. Stay active after you eat the meal. That will help as well and help burn off what you've just eaten. You don't even have to do anything super vigorous. You can just take a 10-minute walk, or just doing stuff around the kitchen or around the house, just keeping the body moving. So I hope that helps. But as for pros and cons of having a cheat meal, a lot of people, a lot of influencers too, will be like, oh, I don't have cheat meals. And I didn't used to either. But I have found that right now this works for me at this point in my life. And so ultimately, this is what I'm choosing to do for now. Is this something I will do long term? I don't know. Is it something I'm going to be doing a couple months from now? I don't even know. Probably. We'll see. But a lot of people, like I say, they will try to say, don't do it, don't do it. And I want to point out that a lot of it depends on your willpower and your own personal motivation. If you know that you're the type of person that has a hard time resisting certain foods, then I would say no, I don't recommend a cheat meal or a cheat day by any means. But if you know you've been doing this for a while, you have a lot of willpower or both, and you know that you're not gonna, you know, really have a super difficult time resisting that food when the next meal comes or the next day comes, then I say go for it. I have a really strong willpower. I started dieting, unfortunately, when I was literally very, very young. I think the first diet I went on, I was probably like 10 years old. Not even kidding. And then I got into modeling when I was about 13, and I dieted a lot during my teenage years. And so by the time I got older, I completely quit dieting, fortunately, but I have a lot of experience, a lot of willpower from that experience that I had back then, unfortunately. So for me, I'm just a motivated person in general. I have a lot of willpower in general, so it's not hard for me. But that would be, you know, definitely a con of a cheat meal. So you have to weigh the opportunity cost, be honest with yourself, and ask yourself, can I handle this? You know, am I going to be craving that same food in a couple of hours or 2 days from now? Will I be able to say no to it? So anyways, you know, this can go for a lot of things too. But anyways, I hope this helps, and I hope I kind of helped you to understand some of the pros and cons of cheat meals or cheat days or what have you. So I'll see you guys in my next video. Love you. Bye.